Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about none other than HoneyKomb Brazy. And we're going to be talking about NoCap. Now, for those of you who don't know, both of these artists hail from Mobile, Alabama, right? And they're both doing their thing in the rap game. Now, HoneyKomb Brazy has caught a lot of headlines. I'm talking about national headlines from a tragedy that happened about a month ago. Horrible situation involving his grandparents. Terrible to say the least. But it seems like he's carried on since their wake with his music career. Now, HoneyKomb Brazy is definitely known for his, dynamic style of rap, or his punchline heavy, freestyle heavy approach to making music and his approach to songs. Well, it seems like another rapper, NoCap, who's also from his same hometown, and for what I know, man, is currently still locked up, but it looks like he has access to his social media. But he took to social media, made some statements and some claims about who really is doing it big as far as rappers in Alabama when it comes to, punchlines and when it comes to things like singing and their material. Now, HoneyKomb Brazy seemed to take an issue with this and took to social media to blast back. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about HoneyKomb Brazy and NoCap. So, HoneyKomb Brazy, man, he was responding to something that NoCap said. Now, NoCap, for some reason, jumped out the window and made some claims. Now, to anybody who hasn't been keeping track or their ear just ain't tuned into what's going down, they would say, okay, he's just bragging about him and his skills and Rilo Rodriguez's skills as rappers. But, man, let me go ahead and go over the post that he put out first, man, and then we'll be able to put this thing together. Now, NoCap said this. He said, I didn't hear many rappers speaking on their dead homies and pain until I dropped Ghetto Angels. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ghetto Angels is one of the best songs and biggest songs dropped by NoCap, man. Dude has a definite talent, man. His sing-song type of rap it just works with what's going on right now in hip-hop, and it was definitely a classic for his hometown there. But to make that bold claim and say that a lot of people weren't saying, or putting their dead homies and talking about pain, man, was a stretch. And there was a lot of people on social media who were roasting him for saying that because, man, everybody, since I can think of in gangster rap, has always talked about their dead homies and pain and stuff like that, man. It's just gotten back to that the more that we've gravitated more to the street music now. But since we're talking about drill music, they have no choice. Yeah, there's a lot of shoot 'em up, bang bang and all that, right? But when it comes to like their real songs, if you listen, they're always talking about their dead homies and talking about pain, man. It's like even in some of the shoot 'em up, bang bang songs. So NoCap, I get what he was saying. He feels like he might have brought that to his hometown or to the sound in hip hop, but I don't know if it was on point. But this is the next post that he made. This next post, I think this is the point where HoneyKomb Brazy got offended because he said this. He said, and me and Rilo made Punchlines cool again. So NoCap is basically saying on his social media page that him and Rilo Rodriguez were the ones who made Punchlines cool again. And everybody knows that HoneyKomb Brazy prides itself on being able to deliver some hard-hitting punchlines and to be able to freestyle off the top and to make it a song, man. That's one of his strengths in hip-hop. So it seemed like he had no choice but to respond to these claims by NoCap. So he came on social media and said this. Now, HoneyKomb Brazy said this, man. He took to social media this morning, and I guess he felt offended and had to strike back because he responded directly to what NoCap said. Now, I'm going to have to improvise a little bit, but this is what he said, man. A cat can't bring up punchlines out of Alabama and don't mention my name on blood. I made that mess cool again. Just go listen to First Freestyle and when I dropped it June 8th, 2018. And look at these cats' videos around the same time. I punchline a whole song before these dudes dropped one punchline. I just kept getting locked up in these big facts. Just go on YouTube if you think I'm capping on that grave. Now, in this second part, this is where he really takes a stab at NoCap and Rilo Rodriguez's street credibility if you believe this is a shot at them, right? So he says this. He said, RN4L. Now, we know that's his crew. He always puts that on every post. But he continues with this. He says, the real wave, these other cats ain't got no real life story. That mess be made up. I'm really out here every day, everywhere, any hood, no security, on blood. So basically letting it be known that he's really in these streets. And he doesn't feel like those other cats are really in these streets. Now, he didn't name anybody specifically, but judging on the fact that this is a response, obviously, to what NoCap said, you got to assume that he's talking about NoCap. Now, there's other rappers in Mobile and throughout Alabama that he's had issues with, and they've gone back and forth, like MGM Let and other cats. But, man, it seems like a direct response to what to what NoCap said about him and Rylo Rodriguez. Now, what do you guys think about that? I mean, but man, let's continue, man, because HoneyKomb Brazy wasn't done there. He wanted to show folks that everybody been messing with him for a while now, and he went to show a couple of high-profile rappers who had been bumping his music, and he posted it on his social media. He had the Baby, you could see Lil Baby, and then he posted this as well, and it's a conversation or a text conversation between his camp and Gucci Mane. Judging by this post that was made on HoneyKomb Brazy's social media page, you could tell that Gucci Mane actually reached out to his team. Now, Gucci Mane has always been like the streets A&R, or, always out there looking for new talent and trying to find those new artists who need to be discovered. And it looks like his ear did not miss the fact that HoneyKomb Brazy was out there making noise in 2020, because you can see all this conversation took place about a year ago, March 13th, 2020, and it basically says this. Gucci Mane hit him up and said, or hit his social media up and said, hey, what's up, Holmes? And he had, the strong emoji. And he said, what's your number? You go hard. And then somebody from his camp obviously responded, because they were using his social media at the time, And he said, he locked up right now, but send you your number and I can hit you on three-way when he hit me. Gucci Mane responds back. Then he says, he on the phone now. What's up? What's your number? And then Gucci Mane responds, tell him I said he hard. I like his music. Hit me when he get out. And then the dude, whoever it was, they responded. They said, all G, I'm going to let him know. So basically showing the fact that, even Gucci Mane reached out to him a year ago when he was locked up and knew that he was coming with some hard material, man. So HoneyKomb Brazy is just showing receipts that he's one of the hardest rappers from Alabama. Now, this is shaping up to be an interesting situation as far as hip-hop in Alabama and Mobile is concerned, or even in the Southern hip-hop, man, because HoneyKomb Brazy is a new artist as far as, people know on the mainstream. Like, people are starting to understand him and his music, and they really started to catch notice big time because of the tragedy that struck, right? But now he's really starting to get a brand new fan base and people are tuning in. And it seems like maybe NoCap and Rylo Rodriguez might feel a little threatened. Now, I can't say that they do, but NoCap, when he made that post, it definitely seemed like he was making a sneak diss at HoneyKomb Brazy, and HoneyKomb Brazy felt the need to respond. Now, what do you guys think, man? Do you think HoneyKomb Brazy and NoCap are going back and forth sneak dissing each other? Or do you think that maybe this is just circumstance and they weren't even talking to each other and it just might be just one of those rare occurrences where it looks like there's an issue and there ain't an issue? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace. And oh yeah, if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you hit that like button.